Hi Scorpios, if you want to come on in, have a seat. Here's your ink blot made in your name and essence in the spirit of April, though timeless, of course. If you want to take a screenshot so you can scry in your own time and terms for shapes or symbols that speak to your psyche and psychic senses. Scorpios, thank you so much for being my muse, for holding space for me to share my insights and allowing me to be a guest in your aura. Scorps, let's take a moment to release the race and the rush, activating the abstract mind and ancient awareness to perceive and receive symbolic support. Let's go. As soon as I opened the page to your ink blot, I heard the soundtrack or opening to I Dream a Genie. Dun, 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 dun. I think it's I Dream a Genie. Bewitched? Either or, something along that lines. I feel like I'm underwater. I will share this with you. Like a scuba diver of sorts, but like there's a man in the middle. Maybe Malcolm in the middle means something to you as well. But I'm doing something. So even though I'm underwater, I'm doing something. I'm doing something with light and dark, but it does feel like earthly energy. Interesting. Scorpios, what's going on? Somehow I feel like earth energies are in water. Okay, so that makes sense. So now I'm just seeing it in different, like coral reef, different landscapes and things existing underwater. Flourishing, actually, flourishing. Scorpios, there's something emotional or in the emotional landscape that is flourishing. I'm seeing as my eyes are closed, two things. One, I'm seeing, I think it's like a pirate's swordy sword. And the other thing was a very tall being, thin in nature, pointing like this. Okay, so there's another rabbit hole. I'm seeing that there might be some Scorpios that feel a little picked and prodded. I don't know if you're going through, mental wellness, health, wealth, whatever the channels may be, as they're always your own. Okay, so I'm just going to say it. It's some sort of like aquatic alien. I don't know if you resonate with that. Maybe it's just other empathic energies that feel alien to you. But there's I kind of feel it in one hand, like this man is like kind of, human, is being observed by these aquatic creatures, but I'm kind of bound. But I've been here before, so I don't feel fear. I don't feel fear, but that doesn't necessarily mean anything, because it's like there's it's not it's not an acorn. It's like the pine cone of sight. Oh, Scorpios, there's a lot going on here. Give me a moment for me to wander through. We're out on tarot and oracle along the way as well. Feel free to like, share, subscribe while I'm mulling and scrying, commenting, donating. Grateful for all the support. I'm trying to understand what I'm seeing. So some might be in like, some Scorpios might feel like they're in like deep waters emotionally, going through something reflectively, whatever channel that is, personal, professional, etc., or a project that you're very emotionally connected to, or it's overwhelming. On the other hand, I feel some Scorpios, whether from the empathic alien, aquatic alien, whatever this case may be, maybe you actually have an understanding or an experience to recall about working with alien energies or other archetypes of existence. Okay. But then this just popped up on me as I was mulling around your aura so wonderfully. Thank you. Right about here, I see the man on the moon, the face of like the man on the moon. It's also bringing me into the sleep states, the subcon realm. So a lot of this may be happening in your dream state, sleeping. Like my right shoulder is really, really sore, like tense. I don't know. I feel tense, but yet I'm in this, like you're the earthling and these other like ethereal things are coming through. I'm seeing, you know, if somebody does this, making like a bird or something, but it's orange and yellow. It reminds me of the element of fire is coming in. I'm also seeing, how do I, one moment, Scorps. Okay, so it might be a rabbit's foot. But I'm actually seeing it like I think it's Goofy's shoe. Like a kick out, like, I don't know if Goofy is a dog technically or what he is, but nonetheless, or a cow. There's something in there about my shoe, big feet. Like somebody might have big feet, of course, or just wear big shoes. But it's like I'm looking at it, like we're emotionally connected to, or these beings around you are looking at where you've been. It's like I can see them pulling out brain bubbles. You know, like if, again, in a cartoon, because I am eternally a child, when in the cartoons, like people have thoughts, right? And those bubbles, thought bubbles, they're picking those out and looking at them. And one of them has that. And it's almost as if I'm seeing your soul in a womb being ready to be born in this incarnation, at least anyway. There's others, but they're not showing as much information. And while you were in the womb space, like you're looking at your feet and you're just kind of looking at your legs, like this is what I'm going to do. This is the, you know, the human or the earthling version that I'm going to, you know, bust out. Somebody also might have been born, or maybe you have a child or are pregnant that will be born breech, but you might have been born breech. Something about backwards. Okay, let's add on some tarot and oracle for Scorpio. Like, share, subscribe if I didn't say so already. Apologize if I'm repeating myself. Sorry, not sorry. Gratitude for everyone who donates. Love, confidence, and commitment. Well, that was just like a bleh. I'm in the fire. I'm going to call it a firefly, though it doesn't look like a firefly. You know what I'm going to call it? I'm right here. A firefly phoenix. Okay, Scorpios, I don't know if this message may not be for everybody. And I want to at least be clear the air that the language I'm trying to use, and I'm also trying not to get constipated on it. Please apply what feels well to you, or simply release it completely. Whether it's alien or afterlife or astral, emotional, ethereal. I feel like there's a lot of planets. Now, I could be misunderstanding or misperceiving them as planets per se. They could be people. They could be opportunities. They could be what Scorpios are carrying, the messages they carry for other people. But I am tied in to a lot of different, I'm going to say, planets. Financial health is on the bottom. friendship. I don't know if that card will come through. And family. Does that come through? And clarity. Thank you. Okay. So I'm going to continue down this rabbit hole because that's blatantly what's coming through. Scorpios, you have friends or family. Frequencies. Frequencies, I'll call them. Yeah. They are your friends and family. That doesn't mean some friends and family aren't foes. Maybe these are other earthlings. Other human incarnates currently. But I do get the sense that Wander's way out. They are trying to, not trying to, you were working with, you were doing it. This clarity of your multidimensional nature and this financial health. I don't know, this tree just makes me feel like I'm in a whole new world. Granted, maybe your financial health is growing. That's what you're focusing on. That's what you're drawing in all these different energies. Maybe you're reading things, learning things, doing things, receiving information, downloads, call it whatever you want, uploads, downloads, side loads, and you are just picking it up, even subconsciously in your dream. I'm also, again, something about this sleep state. Man on the moon. It's kind of like an astronaut. It's like your energy is very astronaut-y, but the mountain is having it grounded here and now, and it keeps reminding me that. Even though these are all other elements, family and friends, that are helping to bring clarity to whatever it is that you want and what you're doing, but also to acknowledge their presence. Because there could be messages along the way that you are giving and receiving and giving and receiving here and now. Here and now. I cannot deny there's something about your feet. I don't know. It's here again. Whether it's in a big old boot or a high heel shoe or a flat. I am not concerned of what kind of shoe it is. It is your footing. Oh, like cards just want to snap or like bolt out. I wonder why. Am I feeling a little stressed? I could be. There might be some Scorpios that are dealing with a lot of stress. In embodying the information, not holding the information, being a vessel, and then releasing. The Judge has come out here. Yeah. It's almost as if, Scorpios, whatever you're going through, whatever you're doing, building, being, you're having to be a judge. And maybe this is why there's what I'm sensing is a little bit of stress, okay? So you might have symptoms of stress, especially in the shoulders, neck, maybe even upper back. Because I'm trying to discern as all these frequencies are coming through, friends, family, and potentially foes, just trying to discern and decide which ones I'm connecting into. The gem. Oh, okay. This is, thank you. I want to insert, see if I can do this without dropping the whole book. Right in about here, and I know the coloring may not come through and do it justice, but I feel like in and around this coloring, the gem is being built in all of this, right? And it's coming up and up. And then insert the gem in that pine cone. But all this coloring matches the gems. But it makes me feel like it's different. Energies. What is that I'm seeing? I do not think I know the word at all. Okay. We have here the underworld. Oh, and the box did want to come through. Okay. Scorpios, you might be very shamanic in nature. Again, another term, please follow however it feels for you. It's as though you are the shaman. And as you wander down underwater, oh, yeah, it's like being a water shaman. Is that a thing? Maybe that's just where you do your work. Part of your work anyway, to release. Because there's definitely a scuba diver vibe here. And it's like some of you might just be really good at hearing spirits or residual energy, empathically hearing people like kind of screaming at you, or not screaming at you, but they're just around you. Again, these messages, some of them are, it's like, okay, what can I do? Direction and commitment is coming through in the Crow Oracle. I feel like you're making a judgment call, but clarity is coming through if you're not sure. Also, I feel like you may not have to choose so clearly defined as you may consider. So shaman being very, for simplicity's sake, so below earthly and beyond, and as above, more astral and or alien-like. I kind of want to say, when you make a commitment to decide what is the best direction in these very specific people, places, or things in the channel, whatever you're communicating with, just commit to that instead of having to maybe think you have to do it all, be it all. Receive help as well, because you're constantly trying to ward off some sort of trickery with the judge. You might have been tricked before, and I want to insert, and hopefully, Scorpios, you don't feel like you're tricking yourself right there. That's where I want to insert that card. Okay. Trickery. Other rabbit hole. Sorry, we'll get ready to close out here. In Trickery, this crow is hiding the seed, which is the gem. It's like this has been put in a box. That is the gem. Okay. And then it's like I'm seeing divining rods, like, and this direct where that gem is like in the underworld here. You might have a gift that you don't know about, or very aware about, and you're just having to decide for right now which direction to more lean into. Maybe it is like, do I take this job or that job? Do I stay? Should I go? Should I? Relationships? I don't know. Some sort of clarity is coming through. And the judge, you are making good decisions because you're not tricking yourself into, or perhaps this is a wisdom if otherwise, like you're not lying to yourself. If it's not working, it's not working. You want it to work, but it's not. You want it to, had such hopes for something, but it's not landing. Seeing a chocolate bunny. Something about Easter could also be coming through. We're getting ready to close out here for Scorpio, if I didn't say already. See, because even in your ink blot, see if I can do this, along with your pine cone pineal gland thing, there's one there, there's one there, there's one down here. You have plenty of orb-like spirits. There's even like a wispy one, like plasma coming through, a plasma personality or presence. But more importantly, like, not more importantly, but you have here in the box, the gem, clarity as an orb, the trickery. You might have hidden something from your own self, like subconscious mind, like when you're ready to receive it. It's like all of these orbs and different shaped gifts. And I want to note that, like, in the judge, like, hand out and hands together, there's something about being willing to receive and gratitude. Maybe you're working on your own shadow work, because I'm seeing like the tricky, like the subcon placing things and hiding them, and the conscious mind like behind going, well, what's going on? Like, everything's fine, or why isn't everything fine? A little bit of digging into the underworld. Maybe it's emotionally, maybe it's going under hypnosis, something like that. A lot of orbs of opportunity for help that you're doing for yourself or for another. Deep in the earth, shamanic style, like a shaman scuba diver, to aliens in the atmosphere kind of adventures. Something about, you know, the moon, this, that, or the other. You're tied to a lot of things. There is an overall balance, but there's something about, something about your footing. Commit to a direction in that moment. Commit to the decision maybe you're thinking or that you want to say. And it might help clear things up. And for some reason, I keep hearing it in a relation to possibly a relationship or a possibility of like taking the next step. And saying, you know, we've been together this long, should we move in together? And it's like, I know, and I want to, but I just don't think it's this. Or why aren't we have such clarity? I really want this. Maybe just be clear and ask. Clarity. But you definitely have friends and family all around you, one way, shape, or form, that are, like I said, those frequencies that are helping. That as you're going through things and receiving things. All right, Scorpios, thank you so much for being my muse. Your inkblot is fascinating, like a underwater wonderland. And I love it. And I really look forward to revisiting and reversing this Rorschach for later on in April. So until then, thank you so much. And I'll see you